Well, good morning. Trucker Todd here, and obviously it's not here, but it's time for another video. I'm filming this on the night before. You'll be seeing this on Friday morning, and we're going to talk about the next step in being successful in a lease purchase. And I've titled this one, Behind Every Good Trucker. And so let's not waste any time. Let's jump into today's video.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down, flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round, for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Okay, and we're back. So before we go any further, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Share this video on your social media platforms. Look down in the description. There's a link if you'd like to apply at Dart Transit. You know I'm very happy there, and I think you would be too. But if you're not sure, there's an 800 number. Call that number. Find out about opportunities in your area. They do have dedicated runs. They do have company driver positions. Find out what's available for you, and the recruiter can answer any questions that you might have. While you're on the phone with them, tell them you've been watching Trucker Todd on YouTube. Give him my driver number. It's down there. It's 58180. It helps me out, and I hope these videos help you out. Also, my Instagram is there, and my email. Feel free to contact me or leave a comment below. Alrighty, folks. Behind every trucker is what I want to talk about here is things that we're going to start with the foundation and kind of build from there. And home life is what we really need to talk about here. If you've got, I've mentioned before, I've got a guy I know that has 7 kids. It's going to be difficult for you to do a lease purchase. My aunt, her husband was a over-the-road driver. He actually offered me some really good advice before I went to truck driving school in '96. Actually, we didn't know it at the time, but he offered me this advice a couple of weeks before he died on his way home for Thanksgiving. His wife is who I want to talk to you about today, though. They had 4 boys, and a lot of times, and this come from him, a lot of times she found herself raising those boys in large part on her own. And she did a phenomenal job. All 4 of those boys have grown up to be healthy, productive members of society. They're good guys. And so that's something, she's a great example for what I'm trying to say. It takes a special kind of wife or husband, for you female drivers, to keep the house going while you're out here sacrificing on the road. And I know this is something that gets overlooked a lot, but even my wife, when she's on the truck, because you know she rides with me a lot, she's not with me now, she's looking at fuel prices, helping me figure out where to buy fuel. She's looking at helping me trip plan routes, things like that. She's doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. She even has been the camera person for a few of my videos. She's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that nobody knows about, or that she doesn't receive a lot of credit for, and I'm grateful to her for those things. Also, and we're going to cover this in other videos, but if you've got a large child support payment coming out every month, or you owe back taxes, you've got to take these things into consideration. Or if you have a lot of debt, because yeah, you're going to make a lot of money out here, probably the most you've ever made. But if you've got a ton of bills and your truck breaks down and you can't work for 2 weeks, I've seen it sink a lot of people. That's why when you are out here working, you need to take every opportunity you can to save, because you just never know. Right now, as we speak, my maintenance account has about $2,000 in it. And I'm contributing more than what they recommend. They recommend 7 cents. I'm doing 9 cents a mile. And it's, that sounds like a lot of money, but that could go quickly. You guys remember when I was with the other company and I broke down in Flagstaff, I had over $20,000 of repairs, and fortunately warranty covered that, but I still spent about $1,500 that week on hotels and food and transportation and things like that. So it's great to have a maintenance account, but you also need to have a savings account where you've got some money put back, or a credit card that you don't touch, so that if tragedy strikes, you've got some way to support yourself until good times are here again. Now think about this too, while we're talking about savings. These companies that went out of business and left their drivers stranded all over the country, shut off their fuel cards. If you've got some money in savings, you're kind of insuring yourselves against things like that. So one thing Dart does that I really like is they do what they call a welcome call. And somebody from Highway Sales, which is who finances the trucks, will call you. And they'll ask you about your financial expectations. And they'll ask you about your bills and stuff. And they'll tell you if it's realistic or not. If you're saying, hey, I've got $12,000 a month worth of bills, you're not going to make it. But there's some guys, let's just be honest, some guys could live on $600 a week and be perfectly happy. Some of us could not. My bills I've shared with you before, it's a little over $4,000 a month. Even if I got one of these gravy jobs where they pay you a salary, $1,200 a week, I couldn't survive because they're going to take taxes and stuff out of that $1,200. Probably going to end up with $850 or $900. So that's not enough to cover my bills for a month. So I've got to be real diligent and save money and prepare for the eventual breakdown, because I don't care if you get a new truck or an old truck or what you do, at some time something's going to break. All man-made things break at some point. Doesn't matter what brand of truck you got or otherwise. So think about your home life, your current situation. Think about, my Uncle Bud that I was talking about a minute ago, he mentioned all the baseball games he missed of the kids and all the birthdays and a few holidays. And he had a lot of regret. And at the time I was talking to him, I had 2 small children. And so he was telling me, Todd, you're going to miss a lot of things, but here's the good of it. And he kind of gave me the good and bad, so that I walked into it with open eyes and knew what I was getting myself into. And to this day, I'm still grateful for the advice he gave me. But he was fortunate. He had a great wife. I'm fortunate. I've got a great wife. And I hope you do too. And so that's all I wanted to say about that. This one's going to be shorter than the 10 to 15 minute videos that I normally do. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Man, my tongue is not working. I'm going to go to bed. As you can see, the bag's under my eye. I've been running all day. I got to deliver early in the morning. And we'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye. Or morning. Sorry. Bye.